All right, welcome back to Clix Fix. I'm Rory, and today we are going to be doing another one awesome Clix team build. If you haven't seen any of those other videos with those team builds, it's the concept is you pull one really awesome piece in a sealed or just in a random booster, and then you want to build a team with them, but you got to do it on a budget. Um, so the rest of the team is limited basically to pulp elements. We're doing a 300 point modern just because it just makes things a little bit easier to limit the number of figures that we can use. But also because it's sometimes easier to just get a hold of newer, common, uncommon, and rare figures from main sets. Anyway, today we are going to be doing this guy right here. Zombie Wolverine. Already did a Prime build and a really cool super rare build, so I thought it was time to do a chase. Zombie Wolverine from Deadpool Weapon X set that just came out just like last week. Really cool figure. I really wanted him. I was lucky enough to get him in my brick. The main reason I want him, though, isn't for this kind of a build. He'd be piloting the Wolverine on a motorcycle because he's a pretty good pilot there. It's always fun when instead of dying, they do something else for pilots, which is what this guy does. So let's get into it. Here is the team 300 Modern. Let's start off with Zombie Wolverine. Exiles, Weapon X, X-Men, Z-Virus, Herald Monster. Like most of my one awesome Clix builds, it's going to be themed just because it's kind of fun to just go with that, and this is a very casual type of building. Don't always want to do that, but he's got some good keywords to make a good team. Main ones being X-Men and Monster. But I have another X-Men team in mind for one awesome Clix, so we'll do that one later. This time we're going to do Monster. Look at his traits. Wolverine Squad, when this character rolls a 5 or 6 on a single d6 roll. After resolutions, you can heal a friendly character with the Wolverine Squad trait 1 click, so it'll only work for him. You can roll that on his shape change, blades, and willpower, because he eventually can use willpower. The Z-Virus, not as crazy as the old Z-Virus, but this is still a good version of it. When Zombie Wolverine damages an opposing character with an attack, give the damaged character a virus token. Characters with virus tokens have, at the beginning of your turn, deal this character 1 unavoidable damage, then remove a virus token from them. So, one really cool thing you could do with him, some of the ideas to give him are give him more targets or more attacks. So, whenever he hits somebody, if he can hurt more than one person in a turn, it's great to give out more of these virus tokens. We're doing a little bit of that with this team. But that Surfer tasted funny. First time Zombie Wolverine would be KO'd, you may instead turn him to click 9. If you do this game, he has the flight, cosmic energy, and when he would take damage from a game effect, he takes 1 unavoidable damage instead, and at the end of your turn, deal Zombie Wolverine 1 unavoidable damage. So as you can see, he has that right here, gets some crazy numbers there at the end, and when he rolls for his cosmic energy willpower, he can maybe even heal, so he doesn't just die in 3 turns. So, really cool figure. Oh, and he ignores characters. That's really cool for movement. So, 75 points, really fun character, really fun piece to play with. Building monsters, I figured, one, we'd go with Jack Russell. He's got traded support and perplex, awesome, and his support is free, but only to choose characters with the monster keyword. This entire team is monster keyword. So, yeah, keep Zombie Wolverine alive. Even if he goes onto his crazy Clix, like he can hypersonic attack and then come back to Jack Russell. Jack Russell free support him um, if he, isn't on the top one of those three clicks. He's got a stop click as well, and he can turn into Werewolf by Night. Now, not using the one from the next phase set because that's super rare, but it's not limited to the one from that set. His says any character named Werewolf by Night, so we'll use one from Wheels of Vengeance. It's an uncommon. Good piece, a lot of fun. But yeah. Not too complicated there. Blackheart, kind of a staple of monster and mystical teams right now because he can place them out 5 squares. Well, he can go 5 and he can place them in front of him. So it's like 6 squares. So just easy way to get your people on your team out into the fray, especially that Zombie Wolverine, because this team does not have telekinesis. Not too much telekinesis in monsters. He is, I think this guy, I think I have 2 characters here that are banned from Pulp, but this isn't technically Pulp. It's like Pulp Plus. So you can use them in this. And they're just, it's a good team, but it is still kind of a casual team. The other one in that situation is Necron, because you can play him at 40 points and you can heal him up to 125 points worth of destruction that your opponent has to get through. So they're probably going to try to kill him as fast as possible, but hopefully that exposes their team to the rest of to Zombie Wolverine and the rest of your team to just blast away at him. Because he can steal energy as long as he's close to his grave markers that he puts out for free. Now, Zarathos. Here is how we're going to try to give Zombie Wolverine an extra attack or 2 in a turn. Bree, choose a friendly character. That character may make an attack, but only to target a character that, since your last turn, KO'd a friendly standard character, or damaged Zarathos. So this team only has him at 30 points. So if he gets hit, it's possible that he might just go down. But if he gets hit and stays alive, all greater for that. Or if your opponent takes out any of your other characters, he can make any of the still living characters attack that character for free. The one that took one of your characters out. Not Necron, because Necron is a giant. So if they take out anybody but Necron, Zarathos can do the free action thing. Spirit of Vengeance, not going to do too much on this team because he's the only one with this trait. So damage dealt won't go +1, but you've got several mystics here, so Zarathos can do penetrating damage. Not going to be a huge attacker on your team, but he can still do it. Doesn't have any of that, playing at 30 points. But if you do want to play him at 125 points to have him stay alive longer to give Zombie Wolverine more attacks, that's an option too. Also got Emil Blonsky here for some leadership. Got some Empower, along with Blackheart's Empower. So that's a way to just boost the damage of, all of your characters, but your primary attacker being Zombie Wolverine. Which is pretty sweet. The Obama Stay is not going to come into play in this team. And then to fill out the team, last 20 points, I put on a zombie. not many monsters that are lower points than 20. So he kind of filled out the team. But if you have some equipment that you want to put on the team instead of putting zombie out there, lots of options. I mean, Zombie Wolverine, if you give him the batons, or what are they called? I can't remember what they're called. I don't have them, but the Billy clubs from the most recent Spider-Man set. It's only 5 points, but it gives him an extra target, so he could give out more of his virus tokens. If you can attack two people right there. And if you're going silver, you could do like the reality gem that gives an extra target as well in perplex. Blackheart, he's got empower playing at 50, so I do love to give him the blue lantern ring to to give the if he's using empower, they also get +1 to their attack. And that's always fun, I find, with him. But yeah, that's the basics of the team. Pretty straightforward, pretty casual. Get up in there in their face and go crazy with Zombie Wolverine and try to heal him with Jack Russell. And if you can, if they let you, heal Necron up. But yeah, there were a bunch of other pieces that I was considering that could be good. Like if you don't have all these ones, you can't get hold of them. There are a lot of other great options to run with Zombie Wolverine. This Ghost Rider is a great secondary attacker. Precision Strike, Quake, Giant Reach 3, and he sees through characters for that Giant Reach. Sweet. Blackout, if you want to toss out his smoke, he makes the damage to opposing characters in his smoke penetrating, which is pretty awesome because Zombie Wolverine only has penetrating way down here. So it's one way to do it if you want to put 80 points into him. Orb. I don't have Orb. He might have gone on the team if I had him and was more familiar with him and just kind of knew how to use him. But he is sweet. I played against him and he's ridiculous. Symbiote. Also a good one, especially if you have the black symbiote for when he dies to give on to somebody. But 30 points for shape change, super senses, blades, charge with leap, climb, plasticity, stealth. He's just a really solid 30 points. He's a monster. So good option there. But yeah, what would you do if you had pulled a Zombie Wolverine and didn't have like the crazy awesome meta stuff to build with? I'd like to hear what other people's ideas are. If you do something different, that's awesome. What do you think of this one? Do you think it would just do well in a more casual environment? Or is there a piece that you're wondering what to do with, a chase or a prime or some super rare that you want to use in a casual type game, but are trying to figure out what you really want to do? Let me know in the comments.